What up, y'all? Welcome back to another Stereo Vision reaction.
What's good? Happy Thursday night, y'all.
Make sure to tap with your boys. Link down below in the description. Every Thursday, we listen to new music on Twitch with y'all.
Yup.
We got Benny the Butcher and Drake.
Two of our guys.
Finally, bro.
Yup.
Buffalo Freestyle is out now on streaming services in your phones. Go get that. Tap in. If you're a real fan of either of these niggas, you know that this shit has been out for a minute. One of the best Drake verses, I think, on a rap song we've gotten a while. Benny obviously killed this shit. I'm just happy that now the rest of the world gets to see this outside of SoundCloud.
Yeah, I am too. I definitely am too. It's a little funny that Drake waited to clear it. You know what I mean? Until he needed to, which is kind of like a little bit like dickish of him. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna clear this until I need to have street cred and people know that I can rap still. But it is what it is. The song is out, and we're lucky for that.
Well, I saw it a little bit differently. I feel like Drake is in a period where he's just releasing music. He's emptying the clip, dropping everything out the vault, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was in the vault. He was like, you know what, Benny, you got it. I don't know. I do feel like this song should have gone on his For All the Dogs deluxe project that he dropped. That little conductor project.
No, I'm kind of on the same page as Spencer. It is definitely like a why now? You know what I mean? Like
it's a why now. I don't see it as malicious. I just think that I don't know if he sees this as a defining moment to heat back up. I don't think Benny the Butcher is gonna like put him in a different sphere.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying on that part.
I think that it adds credibility to his name. I think being seen with another rapper who really, really raps and is respected in the community after you were just demolished in a rap battle is a good look for him. I think that this feels like a play for Drake, for sure. But, you know, I'm glad it's out. I wish it would have happened when Benny was having a bit more of a moment, but let's get into it, man. Buffalo Freestyle. Drake and the little 100 G's. That nigga keep a hookah by him.
Always. Oh, yeah, all the time.
Always keep a hookah by him. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say. I think we're all familiar with this. How do we feel about the verse? Obviously, probably what, like 2 years after we've heard it?
Yeah, it's a great verse. It's a great verse.
Yeah.
It's a really classic. It feels like timestamp Drake to me, like just the mode he's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish he would have put this on one of his projects, to be honest. Like, I think this could have been a great addition to For All the Dogs. Again, that little deluxe joint that he dropped, that should have been a separate project in itself.
Totally.
I'm not mad at that. It could have been, yeah.
Is For All the Dogs his worst album? It's aging pretty poorly.
That's probably his worst album. Yeah, that's his worst album. I'll stand on that.
I think so too.
I think I agree. Think Benny could ever get back to this moment?
I don't know what happened to him. Ever since the Def Jam debut, it hasn't been good for him.
Yeah. I don't, because now just thinking about the moment, like signing to Def Jam, this nigga's in places where he's getting in the studio with Drake. I think there was a point when, like, from a rap perspective, Benny could literally probably pull any feature he wanted. And I think still probably could. Like most really, really cold rappers would pop out for Benny. But like even like him and Freddie falling out. Like there was just some weird stuff that's happened with his career over time that I think has been kind of detrimental. But when he's hitting, he is really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it seems like ever since the Def Jam thing, he's been more removed from Wes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the rest of Griselda, and I think that probably has hurt him because those are the people that are going to uplift you and that are going to give you a great career. I don't think you need to sign the deal, honestly. I don't think you need to strive to be anything bigger than what you are. You're doing incredible physical sales. Your fans are giving you a great career. You can tour. You know what I mean? Like, I think stay in your pocket, bro.
I mean, Man of Culture kind of said it with Benny left Griselda, though.
Yeah.
And we've seen, I don't know, even from when I got hip, because I was like a little bit late to Griselda, I kind of felt like Benny wanted to be a boss. Not saying he wanted to be the boss, like run Griselda, but I think he saw what Wes did and is like, I think I could do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think he's a better technical rapper than Wes, maybe. So he's probably sitting there and he's like, yo, if this nigga's doing it and getting it off, I could make better music and get it off, not realizing or recognizing, like, I mean, we heard Yachty going off on Carrie about I dressed niggas, I had the image, I did all that stuff. I think that's what Wes did for them. You know what I mean? Like, he curated the image, the vibe of Griselda. And it just kind of feels like without it, Benny's just been, he lost that cool factor.
Westside Gunn is one of the coldest creative directors in music.
I agree.
I don't think he's a top 100 rapper.
Yeah.
I think he's the worst rapper in Griselda. I've never thought he was like a great rapper. He's the worst rapper in Griselda. Who's worse?
Most entertaining though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You think he's he's out of the top 100 rappers?
Yeah,
100 rappers?
I mean, right now he hasn't dropped in a minute. I've personally never been that impressed with West Side Gun's rapping.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the way he puts together projects and the art direction that he's taken. Benny, Conway, Boldy, who are some of my favorite rappers out, you know?
And I just think he just has the most good albums.
Because of all the features, because of the curation.
West got some good verses.
He does.
West got some really good verses.
He does. I don't want to come off as a hater.
Let's finish this joint.
Every day is like the new me, the businessman versus me as the criminal. I'm the quiet one in
The best
room,
Griselda
keeping it
album.
minimal.
Supreme
Till the
Black
house
Tie.
big enough, I can.
The best Griselda album. Tana Talk 3 is really hard to beat.
That's up there. I'd probably go, woo, Benny Drake, woo.
Benny! We didn't even listen to Benny's verse.
I've heard it a million times. You know what I mean? If you haven't, what are they fucking doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This has been a conversation. Drake is dope when he wants to rap. I think it's kind of funny that he dropped it now. But I think that Benny had to let it happen. You know, if you're Benny the Butcher, you put this on the project. You know what I mean? Heat back up a little bit with it. I would hope. I think that this will actually be a true test, maybe, of where Drake is at societally, how this track performs. Because when was the last time a Drake feature like flopped?
What about the Carnage joints?
I don't know.
Where do they land?
I don't know where they're at. I didn't really like those.
I did like that.
Oh, the Camila Cabello, too.
I don't think those really hit the charts either.
Yeah, those didn't hit the charts. This is a single.
But it's also the fact that Drake.
19 mil is crazy.
I think if Drake promoted these in a proper way, then maybe they'd have some traction. But he's kind of just like letting them loose. That's why I didn't think anything of this as like a play, because I was just like, he's been letting these random features loose, from Gordo to Camila Cabello to the 3-pack he dropped to the Yachty leak. Like, it's like, I don't think there's any strategy, but I see what you guys are saying. Obviously, aligning yourself with Benny the Butcher during this time period when you just lost a rap battle makes sense. But I just don't think Benny has the traction to make Drake look that credible. I'm sorry.
I think it's like organized chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he's like, not like us happened. That was a moment that took over. Let me do everything in my power to flood the market and distract from it. Mm-hmm. Let's not talk about Not Like Us anymore. Let's talk about everything but that. You know what I mean?
Drake, he needs a hit more than he's ever needed a hit maybe in his career. And I think we've seen him try basically every style of Drake since the beef and hasn't gotten one. You know, and I think he might be a little concerned. You know what I mean? I think he's like letting shit fly because he feels the need to see that he's still him, that he's still Drake, you know?
The only real strategic move after Not Like Us would have been to duck off, disappear, come back with a project at least a year later. But I guess it's too late for that. I think you guys have also said that. I don't think that's new information.
A great project. You come back with a great project a year later, I think you can be all right.
You can move without that, but glad this is out. Like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yep.
Catch you on the next one. Peace.